Hey guys, and welcome back to yet again another video. So today we're going to be making a guide for Poppy top lane. Now I did already make a few guides for Poppy top lane in the past, but today we're actually going to make a new one, guys, because there's been like a lot of changes recently. So with that being said, guys, also I'm going to have to help this guy out with the rep buff here. Actually, a Diana jungle is something that you don't see that much nowadays. For the runes for Poppy, I would always recommend taking Grasp of the Undying, also Demolish with Bone Plating and Overgrowth. I would also recommend going Magical Footwear with Biscuit Delivery. Especially Biscuit Delivery is really important on Poppy because it's going to give you sustain everything you need. So also the mana is something that Poppy has a lot of trouble with in the early game, so it's definitely going to help. Now for the entire full build, I'm going to leave the entire full build inside of the description below. So with that being said, for the skill order, I would always recommend maxing out your Q first, then max out your E as secondary, and then your W as last. That's pretty much always going to be the standard. Now for the build, there's actually two types of builds that you can go for. It really depends on like what matchup you're up against, but mainly this is a Rise here. Usually what you do on Poppy, you always try to like rush the sunfire cape as quickly as you can. You rush the Trinity force if you're snowballing extremely hard, and you're like rushing the adaptive helm if you're playing against like AP champions. In this case, we're playing against Rise, so the best item to rush right now would be the adaptive helm because it's going to help us like survive the laning phase. Now something to keep in mind is that Poppy is actually being countered extremely hard into any kind of matchup which is long ranged. So this Rise as an example, I guess. Poppy is a really strong scaling champion in the early game. Talking about like the pre-6, Poppy is not that strong of a champion. But as soon as you get like level 6 and beyond, and you eventually get your Sunfire cape and all that stuff, you will eventually like become a really strong champion. Not because you're just a tank, but also your ultimate basically allows you to force fights and basically throw away people. That's basically what this champion is being designed to do. Kind of annoying that we're actually playing against one of the hardest matchups right now, but it is what it is. We gotta avoid as much poke from Rise as possible throughout this matchup. Oh, I'm actually missing that one. Feels bad. I can't really walk up very well here. Alright, good. So this game is specific. Our first item will be the adaptive helm. For obvious reasons. Rise is like pure AP. It's going to be poking a lot just with pure magic AP, so you definitely want to rush this. If you're into like other matchups such as Renekton or any kind of champion which is like heavily AD, then you just have to rush a Sunfire cape instead. But the good thing is that Rise hasn't been like poking out that much. It could have been much worse here. Okay. I got my passive ready for the cannon here, so I won't miss that one. Nice. I'm going to be like kind of like setting up this lane for gank so that we can actually kill this guy. It's kind of like rough for us to like just randomly jump into Rise and try and 1v1 him. Because as soon as we like run out of our abilities, Rise is just going to kite us all the way back, so that's not going to work very well. The best way how you want to play like Poppy throughout the laning phase, especially matchups like this one, is by like kind of like setting up the lane for ganks as much as possible. Alright. So as long as we keep the lane around this side of the lane, then we should technically be fine. Actually, I'm going to try to maybe go for the all in here. This is pretty good. I don't have my passive right now, but if I actually had my passive there, I could have killed him. Now, the reason why this actually worked, like usually this doesn't really work out in these kind of matchups, but what happened here in specific was like Rise actually walked up to my auto close enough for me to actually all in this guy without using my passive. So I all in this guy, I popped my entire abilities, I even followed up with a knee afterwards. And we've actually got like a lot of stuff done here. That was really good. These are the kind of opportunities that you want to be looking out for when you're playing Poppy. Maybe we can actually fight him again, but it's going to be pretty close. Alright, that's decent enough. Just trying to pick up my passive here. Alright. Let's get this lane reset completely. Now I could actually pick up a plant right here, but it looks like the wave's actually being like, he didn't actually freeze the wave here, so that's really good for us. Now we can actually go back to base, and the first item that we want to buy is going to be this item. There we go. I will buy this one too, and obviously I'll be getting a ward as well. The game is actually starting off really bad for my team. It pretty much looks like my entire team is losing at the moment. It's not looking very, very good, so we're gonna have to make really good plays around the map. Most importantly about Poppy is that you try to avoid using your TP in the laning phase, mainly because TP is going to be your carry. It's going to be one of the ways how you're going to carry this game, because TP can set up like TP ganks very well as well because of the way how Poppy works. We could actually try to. I'm going to try to set this up for the jungler here. I think we can actually get a free kill right here, right now. If he forces this one, we will get him. My jungler actually walked off a little bit there, so we couldn't kill him, unfortunately. I set this up very well for my jungler, so he could walk in and just kill him, but he was busy taking the camping river. Understandable. I tried to set it up for him. He didn't cancel the camp for that. It's fine though. It happens. But this is like the kind of way how you want to set up lanes all the time. Maybe this time it didn't work, but the next time it probably will, hopefully. We currently have a farming advantage over Ryze already. I'm gonna pop my potion right here. I think we can actually kill him like very easily, especially because if you look at the map right now, there's actually not a ward right now. Oh, I didn't want to use my passive actually. Yeah, we can catch him here. I can't force my E unfortunately because there's no wall nearby. So I'm just going to be pushing this out completely. It's better to just completely reset this. Okay. I think he used his ultimate. It's definitely a bait, which Ryze was trying to pull like a 1v2 right here, which obviously is 100% a bait. Without a doubt. That was completely a bait. So I didn't fall for that. If I actually decide to jump in there to stun the Ryze, I would have actually died there for sure. So I'm actually very glad that I didn't take that one. Just typing to my teammates right now that they have to like ward bot lane very deep, because I think if I get like a really good ward off here, I could TP to it, and perhaps we could even get like multiple kills, so that would be really good. Ultimately, playing Poppy, like it really comes down to like setting up lane for ganks and constantly like having your TP up to make the right plays around the map. I could actually force this kill right here. Let's see if he decides to stay here, because I could actually kill him. Okay. Nice, that's perfect. This is the kind of way how you want to trade, like especially like ranged champions as in a matchup like Poppy against Ryze. You kind of want to use your E to like Q in, so you can always get a guaranteed Q off. Looks like bot lane actually listened to my call here. We're going to be making a really big play very soon. Alright. Now with that being pushed in, hopefully bot lane is going to let the wave actually crash right into them. I'm going to be making my way back to base real quick, and I'll be... actually, I'm just going to sell this one. I'll get this one, and I'll just get like one ward. There we go. Now, reason for that's quite simple. My Boots will be coming up very soon. We're gonna be making a huge play here right now. There we go. Oh, I've actually missed that one on accident. And there we get 2 kills. This is exactly the kind of way how you want to be playing Poppy in the top lane. It's pretty much about having like trying to scale up towards the level 6 and beyond, because the pre-6 is not that strong. But afterwards, it pretty much comes down to like making a proper setup for like ganks or having a really good TP. That's pretty much what it's all about. Let's actually go back to base right now. We have the first item already, so that's great. We are also extremely tanky right now, so that's great as well. Now we're going to be constantly fighting this Rise over and over again because we already have this item. This is especially, like, this item is a super counter to Rise as well. Alright, let's see what we can pull off here. He does not actually have a ward inside the tri-bush. Alright, that's quite decent. I'm going to be pushing in his lane very hard right now. Close. I'm not going to be fighting this because there could be a chance that Pantheon could be topside right now, and I don't really want to get caught into that, so... I've actually got the only 2 kills of the entire game right now. Alright, Pantheon is bot lane. Something to keep in mind when playing Poppy into champions like Rise is that you don't only use the passive on the creeps, but you can also use your Q to farm out the creeps as well and then throw out your passive anyway. Alright. I'm gonna have to go back to base very soon because this guy is completely countering me at the moment. There we go. Let's actually make our way back to base. This time, we're going to be building mercs, so we can get some magic resistant. Nice. I will also replace my yellow trinket with the red one right now. Okay, let's see here. All of them are having a really bad game right now, but I'm sure we can turn some things around. There could be a chance that Pantheon could be topside again, so we're gonna have to be really careful about that. We don't want to get caught into like a 1v2 right now at this point. Perfect. Pantheon is currently bot lane. That's really good to know. So 3 of them are bot lane. Cassiopeia is missing, but I think she's like, she's just buying items. There we go. Nice. That's gonna be that's gonna crash into the tower. Now we're gonna try to make a play around the map right now. Rice is currently top lane, so we're gonna find our opportunity right here. Maybe we could kill this Pantheon. Who knows? If I pop my E, I'm gonna press my ultimate here. It's not looking like something that we would win, to be honest. We're gonna have to go back here. The thing is that they are extremely strong right now. They both already have 3 kills, and they're both ahead of the Yasuo 2. This really doesn't look like something that we could win. We're gonna have to force it back here. We can't stay for this one because they're already like too fed right now. We're gonna have to play based on mistakes. Oh, I wouldn't fight that if I were you. Okay. So now, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna be building a sunfire cape. And the reason for that's not really because of the enemy team being like most likely full AP. They also have like an FL who's AD and Pantheon who's AD too, but Sunfire Cape does not only make you more tanky, but it also allows you to farm a lot more easy throughout the game, which is something that especially Poppy needs in this game. Farming as Poppy is extremely hard to do, especially later on in the game, because the only thing that you got is basically your Q. And if you buy the Sunfire Cape, pushing in is going to be a lot easier to do. And the item is very, it's not expensive at all. So it's a very cheap way of like farming up a lot more easy. I'm gonna pop this thing here. Let's see if there's like anything at all. There's nothing. So what I would do if I was my jungler right now, I would I would just group up here in top lane and get this catch already. We don't want to be grouping around mid lane too much, considering that they're already too strong and they might be grouping too. It's not something that I would recommend. Oh, that seems to be more people here. He's kind of losing that too hard already. The problem is that they're already getting too fed right now. They already have like a mountain and an infernal dragon, so it's all going to come down on this. It's all going to come down based on our own play right now. I'm going to try to force Ryze to stay top lane because I've actually got my TP up at this point. There we go. Let's push this out all the way. We've got the TP up right now, so we got to do something. Hopefully he responds. That's very good. He's actually just 1v2'd us right there. Wow. He's actually so strong right now, he literally just 1v2's us here. Okay, he just literally 1v2'd us completely. Despite me having like 2 kills and actually being pretty strong right now. He had no kills at all and he still gets to 1v2 us. That's extremely insane. That's actually insane. He's already super strong. It all pretty much comes down to because of the mountain dragon and the infernal dragon already. And they also have like a bunch of towers already, which grants them like a lot of gold too. This is not looking very good. So despite having like a really clean game so far in a counter matchup, like considering we're in a counter matchup, oh, let me just get this one. There we go. That's 1,000 gold there. All right. Like considering that we've had like a clean game so far in a counter matchup, and then getting like things like this happening is just, it's not good. All right. So now we have the adaptive helm, we have the sunfire cape. What I would recommend getting as the next item would always be something that could also make you a little bit more strong throughout the, like when split pushing throughout the map, right? So that would be something like a trinity force, something that could give you attack speed but also could make you a lot stronger while chasing people and once again provide you more tankiness, right? So trinity force is definitely really good here. It's definitely a great item. It's something which I would recommend in most of your games. Aphelios is coming right here, right now, from this side. We can't like fight that at all. This Aphelios is pretty strong at the moment. I could try like, that's only Soraka. I actually want to ult like the other guy out. We won't be able to fight this one. I'm gonna have to flash out of this one. All of them are extremely strong. Like this would have, once again, this would have been a perfect catch. We've actually had a perfect CC off on the Pantheon. It was just a matter of just killing him right away. But then again, like, they're a little too far behind. We're going to be buying this. So now we're going to be building a Trinity force. Hopefully the game will still be standing. Hopefully we'll still be standing then. If we get like a few catches, we could still make a proper comeback. It's going to be hard though. You also could have actually ulted this one. Alright. This game is probably going to be over already. It's not like the type of game that we usually have on the channel. Usually it's like a really good game. But this game in specific, I've been able to show you like the laning phase of Poppy, especially into a counter matchup like Rise. We've actually been able to pull like a lot of things this game, despite this game going extremely bad, where everybody's just having an insanely bad game. Despite that, we've actually been able to pull like a lot of good things this game, and of course like a TP which hasn't gone that right at all. But despite that, this is pretty much like the things that you want to be looking out for when playing Poppy inside the laning phase. Also like the setting up like lane for ganks, being able to TP properly and set up like TP ganks and all that stuff for Poppy. This is pretty much what this champion is all about. Especially like setting up fights for your teammates is what Poppy is really about, and using your ultimate to like throw out the people so you can actually win a fight, like a 5 against 4 basically. That's pretty much what Poppy is about. But most importantly, don't underestimate Poppy's pre-6. Her pre-6 is not that strong. You can still win like a lot of matchups, but she especially gets strong after you get like the level 6 and you get the Sunfire Cape or you get the Adaptive Helm. That's basically where the power spike of Poppy is starting out, so don't forget that. But anyways, this is pretty much how you play Poppy, guys. Despite losing this game and looking at it like it was really awful, it was still like very informative. So thank you so much for watching today, and I'll catch you guys up next time. Peace.